Hi, and welcome back to the Road to the Pro series. This is the third video. And here we are at Flex Gym again in the leg room. And here's the a wall where he's put up a lot of the 90s bodybuilders and some recent pics of members and IFBB pros that have either visited the gym, places they've gone, some power lifters. And they in 2017, after I took third at the Universe, we put that picture up there, and it's pretty cool. So today we're focusing on hamstrings, a little bit of booty and calves. Here you can see my last set of lying leg curls. I try to keep the reps a little heavier than normal. I think I ended up getting over 10 reps on this, but we try to keep the hamstring training a little heavier, for anywhere from like 8 to 12 reps. And I've actually stopped doing drop sets and whatnot, and I'm going for more just a basic heavy approach. So we started out here, did 2 heavy sets there, and then here's the whole stack on lying leg curls. I love this machine, this old flex machine. It's comfortable, and it really, you get that squeeze at the end. If you notice, I'm pausing just slightly at the top of the rep and getting that nice good stretch, and real slow. It burns like crazy. So again, we did 2 sets, working sets at the heaviest weights on every exercise, and about 3 warm-up sets on every single exercise that we didn't film because it'd be boring. After this, we went to some single standing leg curls, and it's just a great finisher. We're not doing stiff leg deadlifts because on Wednesdays I'm just destroying my lower back. I'm really trying to improve my lower back area, and while we're also separating the hamstring and quad training to improve that area as well. I just after all the years of squatting and deadlifting and stuff, once a week, just destroying my lower back is good. I tried adding in some stiff leg deadlifts after the show. It seemed just to tax my lower back a little too much. But here, this machine is heavy. I don't know if you've ever tried this Atlantis machine, but it is no joke. So after the single legs, we went to glutes, and I added in 3 glute exercises. This is kind of something somewhat new for me. So I'm going to try to add some size in this area and work up to maybe using a little heavier weight than you see here. This is ancient butt blaster. You rarely see him anywhere, and he's had this for years here, and so it's about time I started using it, and hopefully we'll see some gains in this area. But it really gets that glute hamstring tie-in, and if you go all the way up and drive with your heel, you can really feel it, and you can load up the weight pretty good to where you can also feel this in the quads a little bit. But it just really adds a different depth to your legs when you hit that side chest pose and that rear double bicep and classic physique. So I'm looking forward to seeing what a year of doing this will do. So we supersetted this with outer thigh, the outer thigh machine, and talk about a burn. I think this was our last set here. We did 2 heavy sets of this. So I went back and did 1 more after what you see here. And I think on this, I was doing about 120 pounds. I didn't lean forward. I'm trying to get that outer edge of the glute versus that middle meaty part, because the butt blaster that you just saw hits the whole entire glute actually, and the next exercise after this hits that middle part. So this is that outer edge, and with our new classic physique trunks, you can see some glute development, and so this is pretty painful. I definitely have a whole new respect for bikini and figure and women's physique competitors that spend a lot of time on this, because this is no joke. I was dying here. So then we did some inner thighs, supersetted with glute kickbacks, and I definitely have done inner thighs for a while now, and it definitely created a 3D look to my legs, especially when I diet down. So I'm going to continue using 5 or even 6 sets of inner thighs just once a week. So I work up to the stack here for sets of 20 to sometimes 25, and then I'll go straight to these glute kickbacks, which are kind of new, and it's pretty tough without a doubt. So I was still struggling, but that's one thing about Flex Gym, is they have some of this old equipment that you just don't see, and a lot of gyms are getting rid of this old stuff And man, it's a bummer because it's just amazing. So here I finished up, and you want to be a little careful and definitely warm up when you're doing inner thighs. And so we start out pretty light. I was starting out like on 80, 100 pounds, worked my way to 150, then finally the stack. And so, and this exercise is nice. One trick is that you don't want to just stop when you go straight down on glute kickbacks. You want to kick all the way back and through and really squeeze that glute at the end. That's where the glute fires, and it really taxes that muscle. If you just go straight down and up, you're basically just stretching out your hamstrings and just barely involving the glutes. You have to push all the way through on this movement to make it work. There's a couple different manufacturers that make this machine, but again, you don't see them at all the gyms. If you don't have this machine, you can buy an attachment that goes on your ankles on Amazon or eBay for like 10 to 20 bucks. There's a bunch of different attachments, and you can use cables, and we'll probably show in the next video some cable kickbacks, which are very similar to this, and it also really targets that glute area, and it does a good job doing that. After training some inner thighs and glutes, we went to this Cybex calf machine. We have this at Steel City Gym in Pueblo as well, and I love this machine. It seems like on this machine, on the negative portion of the rep, when you come up with your feet, you really feel that stretch in the outer calf. It's kind of rare to feel that on a seated leg curl or a standing leg curl. So this machine just puts your calves and legs in that position where you can really feel that stretch, not just in the inner part of your calf muscle, but in that outer part. And so this is our last set here. I keep the reps on calves a little higher, anywhere between 15 and 20. And after this, we went to a superset of seated calf raises and the donkey raises. Sometimes we'll just do one or the other. In general, we just do two exercises, but today we went ahead and supersetted these two. Here's my last set with about 4 plates on the seated. My calves were definitely taxed at this time, and I try to not rush it. You don't want to rush calf training. You don't want to rush any training, really. But on calf raises, you definitely want to take your time, get that full stretch, get that full contraction, and the benefits will definitely pay off. Here, this donkey calf raise, you rarely see it. It's, I think, at Bev's on the East Coast is the only gym that I've really seen this machine. So as you can see, it does not take a lot of weight. It's definitely a humbler, and it kind of feels good on the lower back with that pressure, believe it or not. And you just want to drop those feet down, stretch that calf out as much as you can, and get that nice contraction at the top. And that's about it. Well, thanks for watching. This is a short video. We'll have more content coming your way. Hopefully you learned something. If you have any questions, comment below. Appreciate your time.